We submitted our Instagram profile for our New Zealand visa. Want to know why and all about New Zealand visa? Then do watch this video till then. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel Rolling Feet Tales. In today's video, we'll talk all about New Zealand visa, what documents are required, how much is the fees, and what you can do to save on the visa fee cost. Along with that, we'll also tell you our personal experiences that will make your New Zealand visa much more easier. So let's get started. Good thing about New Zealand visa is that it is eVisa, which means that you need to apply online and you get your visa on your email. So no need to go to any agent, pay extra fee or visit embassy. Just follow the steps that we followed, apply online and get your New Zealand visa at your home. The New Zealand e-visa process can be divided into three major steps. The first step is to go online and create your New Zealand e-visa account where you will give all the information related to your visa. The second step is to upload all the supporting documents, and the third step is to pay the visa online. That's the only three simple process that you have to follow. Let's talk about the visa fee first. New Zealand visa will cost you per person 441 New Zealand dollar, which roughly in Indian rupee is somewhere around 23,000 rupees per person. But there is a catch. If you apply as a group, for example, you apply with your spouse, kids or parents, the visa fee reduces. Yes. So in our case, me and KB, we applied together and we did not have to pay $882, but what we paid was just $551, right? So that is the catch here. And I'll tell you how you can apply as a spouse and also how you can apply as a solo as well. Now, before you apply for New Zealand visa, let's collect all the documents that you would require. Since New Zealand is completely online process, what you will have to do is scan all your documents in a PDF format and then keep it handy. So the first document that you would need is obviously going to be your passport, and passport should have at least 6 months validity when you are applying for your visa. The second thing is that you should have 2 blank pages at least in your passport. And if you have any old passports, then you will have to scan that as well and keep it ready. You will also have to ensure that all the visas that you have on your passport, whether it is valid, invalid, you will have to scan that as well and keep it handy, because this is also one of the required documents when you have to apply for the visa. Second document, as always, is your passport size photograph. What you will have to do is scan your passport size photo and then ensure that the dimension of that is between 900 by 1200 pixels or 2250 by 3000 pixels. The third document is going to be your Aadhaar card. Yes, Aadhaar card is actually required. Fourth document is about your flight tickets. And if you have watched our channel earlier, you can go ahead and book a dummy ticket for your visa purpose, or you can also book a refundable ticket. Check out our video on how to book dummy tickets. The link of that is somewhere here, and you can go there, check it out and book your tickets yourself. What we had done was we had booked our refundable ticket flights for this visa purpose. Now the fifth document is about your accommodation. What you can do is you can go to online sites like Airbnb or booking.com and book your refundable stays over there, because at this point of time you do not want to book a non-refundable hotels. The sixth document, which is very important document, is your cover letter. Cover letter is so important that it acts as a face of you to the embassy folks, where you tell all about yourself, what is your intent of traveling to New Zealand and how you are going to fund your trip. So all of this information along with certain itinerary goes into the cover letter. That kind of helps embassy folks decide on your travel plans. If you wish to get our cover letter format that we use for our New Zealand visa, then the link of that is in the description box, and also you can scan this QR code to access the cover letter. The seventh document is about your itinerary. What you need to do is put all your day-wise itinerary in one page and kind of submit this to the embassy folks. Now this itinerary will include your day-wise accommodation, which city you are going to stay at, and also if there are any internal transport, like for example, if you want to go from Christchurch to Queenstown, then how are you going from Christchurch to Queenstown? It could be either car rental or flight or train, whatever it is, right? So you need to mention that in your itinerary clearly, so that embassy folks, then they can decide on your plan and figure out that, okay, this is a very genuine intent of travel. Eighth document is all about your work related information. So if you are employed, then what you need to do is you need to submit the NOC that you get from your HR department that this person is working at this designation in this company and leaves are already approved and this letter is issued for the visa purpose. So if you want to use that format that we used, Again, the link is in the description, and also you can scan the QR code. The second thing that you need to submit is your latest 3-month salary slip, which ensures that okay, you have already working in this company and you have a stable income. The third document in this is your ITR. You need to submit last 3 years ITR that shows that you have been a good citizen of India and you have been paying your taxes. Now, if you are non-employed, then in that case, if you have your own business, then what you need to do is upload the documents of all the business related documents that you have. So for example, GST registration or any other valid document that you have. After this, then the next set of documents are about financial documents. By financial documents, I mean your bank statement. Bank statement should have at least last 6 months statement, and it should have the regular inflow and outflow. So if you are a salaried person, then ideally you should include the bank statement that has your salary credit. And if you are a non-employed, if you are your own business, then in that case what you need to submit is your current bank statement, where you can show that okay, this is how the amount is coming in and this is how it is going out. If you are a student, then in that case what you need to do is obtain a sponsorship letter either from your parents or sibling or whoever is sponsoring your trip. The sponsorship letter should clearly tell that okay, who is sponsoring your trip, and for that you will have to also attach certain documents like the person who is sponsoring your trip, their identity, their bank statement, etc., to validate that okay, they are sponsoring your trip and they have enough balance at their end to facilitate your trip to New Zealand. If you are applying solo, then these are the only documents that you would need. However, if you are applying in group, so for example, let's say if you are applying with your spouse, then you would have to also show certain additional documents. And what are these documents? So these documents are nothing but they should show to the embassy folks that you are in actual relationship, and not only actual relationship, but it is also a happy and healthy relationship. Now, what do you mean by happy and healthy relationship? The first document obviously is going to be your marriage certificate or your passport, where if your spouse name is already updated there. Apart from that, there will be certain set of documents that you feel you should submit it to prove that you are in a healthy relationship. For example, let's say if you went out for a vacation, right? So you can submit both of your visas, or let's say your Instagram profile pages where let's say you both are enjoying, or anything else that shows that you are happy in the relationship, right? Along with that, if you have like joint property or joint bank statement, those documents also work because that shows that you are still in a relationship and you both are contributing towards each other's growth. So that is what is the document, additional document required if you are applying as a family or as a spouse. Now, the third step, which is you need to go online on the New Zealand website. It is called Realme website. Don't get confused with the smartphone, but it is a Realme website where you need to go, create an online account and fill in all the relevant details. We will create a step-by-step video for this where you can see which screen, what you need to fill, and if you're applying as a spouse, then also what you need to do over there. Now, once you have created this account, filled in all the information and you have uploaded all the documents, then you will move to the next step, which is paying the visa fee. Now, as I mentioned earlier at the starting of the video, that the visa fee currently for New Zealand is $441 per person. But if you're applying together, let's say with spouse, then this further reduces and this is not 2x, but it's $551 only. Now, you can pay these amounts with any of your Forex card because the amount that is going to get deducted is going to be New Zealand dollar. So if you want to save on the transaction fee, the international transaction fee, then you can use any of the travel cards like Neos, Capia, etc. They have zero Forex markup. We use one of these cards only to pay our visa fee. That is it. Once you have made the payment, you need to just wait for your visa application status, and that you can check it by logging it again into the Realme account and see where your application is. Typically, the visa processing time takes anywhere between 2 weeks to 8 weeks depending on the time of the year that you apply and what is the season. For us, it took roughly about 16 working days, hence roughly around 3 weeks. So keep that in consideration when you are applying for your visa. So after 16 days, we got our visa, and our visa has 1 year validity and it is a multiple entry. So within 1 year, we can go again to New Zealand if we want. Only thing is that if we had so much of money, definitely we would want to go back to New Zealand again. Now, some personal handy tips that we followed, and it will ensure that you get your New Zealand visa 100%. The first one, which I can't stress enough, is all about cover letter. You need to prepare your cover letter as beautiful as possible, because this is the face of your application to the embassy folks. Hence, don't make any mistake, be as brief as possible and put all the information that is required for your visa. The second document is all about your financial documents. So for financial documents, let's say if your bank statement has a little bit of less balance also, what you can do is you can add your FDs, your mutual funds, your provident funds, all of those savings instruments that you have, you can add that copy as well. The third important tip is that you need to proofread your application one more time before you hit that submit button, because you should ensure that it is error free. You have not made any mistakes. I have seen some of our friends doing stupid mistakes, and because of that their visa got rejected. The fourth tip is about you ensuring that the PDF that you are uploading, the scanned document that you are uploading, are of very high quality and they are readable, because at times when you scan and you try to compress the file, it loses the quality. So make sure that the files that you are uploading are of good quality and are readable, because if they are not, then it's like the application is going to get rejected. So yeah, these are our top 4 tips for you. If you follow that, you'll get your New Zealand visa in a jiffy. So that's it guys, hope you liked our video, and if you have any question then put it into comment box, we'll definitely answer it. And we keep creating these kind of videos for you, so if you like this then do subscribe to our channel if you have not yet done so.